or to change something or to reinvent something. That's what I do. I'm in the redevelopment business. We already know in my business that it's going to be difficult to keep business moving in a positive direction for the next couple of years. And as usual, those who will be hit the hardest are your small business operators. They are the ones who are going to feel it more intently. Let's face it, the big box guys, they can ride out a storm. But your small businesses are going to need organizations like your Chamber of Commerce and your community council, and then partnering with your city to help them through these rough waters, because it is going to be difficult. And it's also going to be difficult to do economic development. You need a cheerleader on your side. You need someone who knows the city, and your Chamber of Commerce knows the city. And that is the end of the slideshow. So if you have any questions about the presentation, I'd be happy to answer them.
No, I just say the chamber the chamber's going on 60 years old.
45, I believe.
It's
61.
It's pretty, yeah. And frankly, the Chamber of Commerce used to be a really fun, exciting place to be, and the program of activities that you've laid out will really provide that to the membership again, give them some value for their membership. The other dynamic about memberships such as this is when times get tough, these are the kinds of memberships that are let go first, because people take care. They don't always perceive the value of this kind of a membership to their bottom line. That's why your point about preserving business-to-business opportunities is so important, because we do one of the tremendous sources of revenue around here is sales tax brought on by business-to-business sales. Joe will tell you it's very high here in the Rancho Cordova area, and is probably indicative of the fact that we are one of the 3 regional employment centers. But we want to preserve that and make sure that the Chamber helps to keep that kind of opportunity for our local business community in place, and so that it doesn't become a victim of the current economic trends.
I want to say thanks for the presentation. There's some things we've seen and haven't thought of in the past for a while. The programs that the Chamber's had in the past have been very successful. I know in the early 90s we had some rough times too. And here we go again. So I'm looking forward to doing whatever we can to help you, help the community council, and help the city, because it's going to be a rough ride for a little bit. And as you said, the small businesses seem to be the first ones to be hit. I'm glad we're aware of that, and you're aware of that. And I think the Chamber can give them some help when they don't think there's any help left.
That's a very good point, Councilman. The other thing along those lines, one of the reasons why we feel the partnership with the community council is so important is, you know, as I said, small businesses are going to feel the effect of this. But I think if you look around, you will see your civic organizations are all starting to feel it as well. As Mayor Budge said, there are priorities that take place when times get tough, and memberships and civic organizations kind of float to the top of the list of the cross-off. So you're going to see a lot of civic organizations start to struggle, and I think by partnering with the community council, we will make both organizations stronger and be able to continue to provide the kind of services and great events that have been a part of this community that people have begun to identify with the city of Rancho Cordova over the past 5 years.
Questions about the proposal?
So the total dollar amount in the proposal About $500,000, is that right?
The loan portion is $300,000. The rent portion is around $198,000. $93,000 of that is interest.
And the REDC loan to the Bank of Sacramento, what is that? What was that loan?
To be honest with you, I don't have all of the details. Again, I'm coming into this process a little late. But the loan was made to, I believe, assist the REDC in beginning the process of their activities. And that was made whole, I believe, by the Chamber of Commerce. I'm not quite sure, but the $90,000, I believe, was to start the REDC functioning.
And that's an outstanding loan then? The loan
Yes,
balance is outstanding?
Yes. And the other thing, too, to keep in mind is on the amount that we're requesting on the loan, the $90,000 we were estimating interest charges, it could be slightly less than that, it could be slightly more, but that's
like
a pretty...
trying to wrap up an escrow, you're close and then you'll pencil it out at the
Exactly.
end. Sure. I guess partly, Beth, I guess it's just dismaying to get to a point where there's this sort of need. In part, I mean, I guess we have a council member, a city manager who sit on the board, and so to find out the city is almost $200,000 in the hole on rent, and then to learn it late in the year just seems to me, in my business we have the expression heads will roll. Why didn't we find something out? Why is it coming out at this time? It seems to me that totally apart from the Chamber's operations, I don't understand why we didn't get an earlier peek at this. I sort of separate the institutional issues from what do we learn as an ongoing management thing. To have, since the money has already been lent to the Chamber, I guess it's not a gift of public funds if we undertake to pay off a loan. I'm a little unclear on exactly how the gift of public funds rules work. Specifically on this REDC loan, which is dollars that are already loaned out and we're just seeking to get a repayment. It's a big chunk of money. I mean, overall, big chunk of money. So I guess I look at this partly, it's not really a comment directed at the Chamber. I wonder, how is it that, I first heard that we're almost $200,000 in terms of rent that the city hasn't received. Why didn't we hear this sooner? It's a surprise to me. $150,000 in other various types of indebtedness. I'm guessing that's part of what you're trying to figure out through audits. Find out who's owed what so you can deal with them in a right way.
Correct.